It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Now a give right side, Coleman. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. And a penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Running left, Coleman. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on 1st and 5, and it leaves them with a more standard 2nd down. Well, you talk about this Jets defense. They were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. And he'll take this all the way down to the 15-yard line. A big play there for Indy. 59 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. They'll try the left side with Coleman. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Now, this is a crew. They've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, so you know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll go again with Hall. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now 3rd down and 7. To throw is Manning. That's complete to his rookie 2nd-round pick. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Play action. Manning. Open man downfield is Hardman. He's got it. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Throwing now is Manning. And a quick throw here that's complete. And the Jets are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down first and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from you.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Jets respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They begin the drive with Coleman. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
When you talk about this Jets defense,
they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
No matter what coverage was called, they were in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. I mean, they were running the routes with them. Turned out, they were right there on every single ball thrown and came away with 5 interceptions.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Back to throw. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
That one came up just a little bit short. I'm wondering, is he still a little bit tight as this game starts? What would you say? Maybe he's got to take the governor off of it?
Or maybe the donut off the baseball bat like the guys
I like
beyond that circle?
I like that. Yeah, just take that little extra weight off of him and start to play freely.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And this throw will be intercepted. He'll have the first down and more than that. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation. And they took advantage of the young man right there.
So after the INT, it's Manning. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. And the Colts are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. This defense for the Jets, much improved from week one. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. They'll set up to throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trenton Simpson. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. Now Manning. Completes it to Hardman. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. 2nd down coming up.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Hall again on 2nd down. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Jets have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 9. And the slot man goes in motion left. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll drop to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion.
Well, there's no disputing. He's made some poor throws in this first half, but this was a good one. And you can bet this is an offense that isn't going to pull back. They believe in what he can do. So all you can do is look forward, and they pick up a first down.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. And they can't bring him down. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 20-yard line. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Back to throw now on 1st down.
On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Martin, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. And this one is right through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Here we go, Shaq.
They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he'll get this to the 32.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go. Hey, smash Bronco.
Hall again. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
Go, Reed. Go. Here we go. Here we go.
They'll run with Hall. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
A gain of 4 yards. And the Jets, first down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On play action, it's Manning. Out route pass complete to Bellinger. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll give to Hall. Down to the 42, second down. The Jets at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
Throwing is Manning. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
And he'll get it here on the touch pass.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They'll look to throw here.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Sauce Gardner picks it off.
So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half throwing the football, Charles. Now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Here's Manning to throw. Touchdown, Jets. From 21 yards away. And the Jets will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Looking to throw. He's going to air one out. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
Manning going to throw. Finding Walker complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 23 yards on the play. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
16 more on that one and another first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
60. 18, Pioneer. Go.
Now Manning.
Another pass complete to Bellinger.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain.
Go.
Now 2nd and 3.
79 Broncos.
Now Manning again. Catch is made by Hardman. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another first down.
They fake the handoff. Now Manning. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And out of bounds right around the 20. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. And that extra yardage makes this upcoming field goal attempt much more manageable.
Agreed, because when you talk to defensive coordinators, they always tell us the 35-yard line on our side of the field, that's the line we guard the most aggressively, because once they get there, they believe they're in field goal range.
One final try now for Manning. His throw caught right around the 6. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And the Jets set to receive this 3rd quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the 2nd half. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Panther 60, Panther 60. 19, Tiger.
Play action. Manning. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
3rd and 9 here.
Mustang 19.
Manning now to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A big play that time on the catch and run. 32 yards.
I would say just add that one to the total of big plays he's already made here in the first month of the year. You've got to think the front office and the coaching staff have got to be excited about what they've seen so far and really excited about what they expect to see down the road.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. From the gun, it's Manning. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Manning. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
19 tight. 19 tight. Go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
And that is exactly what you needed defensively. It's a long road back from here, but that's a good start to the second half as they force a punting situation and a 4th down.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throwing out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 2nd and 9 now. And incomplete on the deep ball.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. The Colts send out their punter. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Running left, it's Hall.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
Breece Hall.
32 yards.
And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone.
But the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Hall on a give up the middle. And down to the 36-yard line here. The 71 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Here's 2nd and 3. To throw is Manning. And he'll find Hall. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
And Walker has it. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet 1st down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Straight ahead is Hall. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall with career touchdown number 60. And the Jets have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. He'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Let's go.
Back to throw here. And, oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Cardinal.
Now Hall to start the drive.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Manning. He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown.
Breece Hall,
33 yards.
and the Jets get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. It was the safety blitz that ultimately did the job, and they're going to credit him with a sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
They'll run it here. This is Rodgers. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
That's another one complete to Mitchell.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Second down and a yard.
He'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. 44 yards.
And the Colts get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Extra point right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And running with power here. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Completes it to Hardman. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
Ready, ready. 19 line. Let's go now.
Now Manning. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Here we go, shot.
Throwing is Manning. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
Let's go. Go.
Shotgun now for Manning. And this is incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
He finds his man complete. It's Walker. He is out of bounds inside the 35. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing now is Manning. Escaping the pressure right. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Working from the gun, Manning.
Throw right side, taken in by Bellinger.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
Daniel Bellinger.
23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Jets continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the 4th.
Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Brought down on the play by Trenton Simpson. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first. They'll set up a throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. He's going to air one out.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
Obviously, the scoreboard right now is not the friend of this rookie quarterback. But, hey, a touchdown pass there maybe builds a little confidence.
Every rep is valuable when you're a rookie. Every time you step up and throw the football, there's a lesson to be learned. Yeah, he took advantage of a little bit of loose coverage there with the lead. But at the same time, got it done. It'll take a little bit of satisfaction away from that throw.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play.
Colts 24.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
This has really just been a lopsided affair. What a performance they put on, and now they get the football back here with a big lead in the 4th quarter. On the pass, we might be discussing dinner plans, talking about steak and sushi, whatever the case is, CD. This ball game is pretty much well in the books.
Yeah, we really could have started bringing up dinner a long time ago if we wanted to, partner. And I think a few of the guys out in the field already making plans for the evening.
Bellinger hauls it in out left side. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Now Manning. Looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 3.
Here we go, set.
Manning going to throw.
Out route pass complete to Bellinger.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 37. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the 4th quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have to.
Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
2nd and 7.
From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
40 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
First down, Colts.
Right back to Coleman here on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. And I do believe this is going to line up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play?